Let's talk about this ADHD thing. I feel like it needs to be talked about because I feel like people don't see it in the light that it's supposed to be seen in. So let's talk about it, right? Growing up, because I was labeled with that, right? Growing up. Let me tell you about my mother, though. Okay? So, growing up, they would always call, mind you, my mother was a single mother. There was no father. There was no, okay? From the time I was 8 years old, they labeled me as that. Hey, her name's Carmen, my mom. They would call her from work and be like, hey, we're having a hard time with Dana. She's not paying attention in class. She's acting out. She's talking a lot. She's talking over us. Anytime we try to get her to participate, she, it's just very hard to get her engaged. She's not focusing. She can't sit still. She da-da-da-da-da. And it became like a repetitive thing. I remember from the time I was like 8 years old. So my mother initially, right, what she started doing, she was like, okay, maybe I need to put more rules in place. And she was like, okay, that's not working. They tried to label me as ADHD, right? And I just remember my mother saying, we're not accepting that because it's something deeper going on, right? Remember, I'm an only child and my mother is a single parent, right? So she's like, all right, when your birthday comes, we're going to have an in-class birthday party. That way I'm going to be there. You're going to celebrate with your friends. I was like, okay, mom. You young, you don't know what the hell going on. He's like, okay, mama, right? Because all these allegations were coming up against me. So my mother was like, we're going to do that. So she did that with me. She made a whole thing. I never forget. Oh my God, I'm about to cry. So I remember her doing that for me. She kept saying, I'm not putting you on nothing because there's no need for it. I know who you are when you come home. Okay? What's going on in class is something else. So we started with the birthday parties. Every time I had a birthday, in class party, right? Then remember I told y'all in my other post, I don't know if you've been watching me, but in my other post, oh my God, it's because I miss my mom. In my other post, remember I told y'all when I was younger, I kept telling my mother, Mommy, I wish I could marry you. Mommy, I wish I could marry you. So she started thinking harder and she was like, I don't think this is ADHD. I think my child's brain is farther ahead than the class that she's sitting in with the rest of these students, right? So my mother had to start implementing different things for me because she started to believe, like, let's say I'm in 3rd grade. My mother was like, no, you're on 5th grade level. That's why when you go to class, you can't pay attention because you already know the stuff. You like, it's boring. So you doing a lot. You all over the place. You bouncing around. And I just remember her being like, this is what we're going to do. When I pick you up from school, I'm taking your butt to the library because obviously school is boring for you. So we're going to get you in extracurricular activities just so that your mind can be stimulated enough to sit still. Are you tracking? Okay. So, hold on. Let me continue this in another thing.